Welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. First time playing. This is Berlil. And I'm going to continue on in the dungeon. It's like a side dungeon. We're fighting a Minotaur. So I changed all of our classes to the Brawler. And it was doing pretty well. Almost had the boss. So my plan is to get a little bit of experience real quick. I'm guessing it's going to be easy because all the monsters up here are on level. So I hope I can get like a bunch of free experience. Oh, is there no monsters around here? Well, that trouble has some trouble. Oh, here's a monster here.
Draw steel.
Oop, disappeared. Here's some monsters.
That was brilliant.
Get some experience from this guy. Oop, hit me there.
Yeah, nice work.
No enemies.
I was thinking we'd get like a really quick level or two. That's my hope. Oh, I forgot. We have
What now?
an item we can use. Let's see.
I found new power.
There we go. That's a good one. Okay, let's do that again with Stroll.
Right. I could get used to this.
Okay. Let's clear out these monsters over here, since they're really easy ones.
Draw steel. We are dead.
Okay.
We
Make
made
our way
short
back.
work of them.
Exemplary. Let's push through.
This is our
Let us settle
Let's get
this
the
fight.
quick. Everyone, go.
Are you prepared? Take that! 3 remaining!
Let's
go!
go.
If I say so myself.
A tough one. Is everyone?
There we go.
I'm
I
Hulkenberg.
call upon royal power within! That'll do.
Just punching them all. It's funny.
Only one
won't hold
left.
back.
Finish them off. We're clear.
Okay, now everyone has like 15% more
Great work,
critical,
everyone.
I think.
That was the last of them.
I think it's down this path. Yep. Okay, let's go to items. Heal. There we go. Save over that slot there.
Yep. All right.
Okay, let's go in.
Brawler!
Okay, let's see how much damage we do.
Let's
127.
Shatter.
Nice hit.
With a
That was perfect.
I'll destroy you.
All right.
No, I call upon royal power within!
I will by this power.
Okay, let's
We're
heal them.
not out of this yet. I'm obliged.
I owe you.
Okay.
Let justice prevail.
Are you prepared?
Come forth, royal soul. We can do this. Thank you.
Helpful as ever.
This is nothing.
100 damage. 77.
Not now. Join with me.
That would be all her life. So let's just do... I could increase her attack and defense.
I can't. Ah! You'll be dust!
It's okay. Brawler! We're not out of this yet. Plus needed.
My thanks.
He takes aim and discharging. So we want to guard.
For all that we
She will
strive
hit
for, I crush you.
since he has extra defense.
I shall fight. No holding back! No.
He wants to
not
guard.
this. Guarding seems the wise move.
Guard up. Is that all? You need training.
Dodge, Hulkenberg. Like poetry in motion.
With blade in hand.
Are you prepared?
Right on target.
I'll let
Nicely,
my...
Stroll.
We can do this. I'm obliged.
I owe you.
Very good. Everyone
With a
healed.
Shatter!
Good, he resisted it.
No holding back! Take that!
Right on target.
Let's take...
Nice
I won't
one,
hold
Stroll.
back! With healing power. Plus needed.
My thanks.
Oh, power of heroes!
All right.
I shall. Are you
Line up,
prepared?
Hulkenberg.
I'll crush you!
It's Vitus power.
Okay, again.
We're not out of this yet. Thank you.
I owe you.
Okay, he's aiming. So that means we gotta block.
I crush you! Still standing, I
With
see.
these fists, I strike for just. I'll hold my ground.
Let's ready for impact.
Hopefully she doesn't die.
This is nothing.
Good. Very good.
Let justice prevail.
Hulkenberg, pull yourself together.
With these fists, I shall vanquish evil. Tougher than I thought.
Oh, I didn't get a turn on my main.
What can I do?
Badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
No, not yet.
Everyone.
Stroll.
Why didn't I get a turn on my main?
Feet.
Come forth, royal soul. Plus needed.
Stroll
Is
got
everyone
knocked
all
out.
right?
Can anyone
Oh,
get him back
power
on his
of
feet?
heroes.
Okay, she'll guard with defense. He's taking aim.
Stroll got knocked out. Can anyone get him back on his
Brawler.
feet?
He's not
Hold
gonna
on.
get turned though. Let's see what happens. We'll
Take it.
revive him.
I
live to see
stand
another
ready.
day.
She will... $100 to all. Problem is he doesn't need it, so...
From our provisions.
Suppose this is it.
Someone get him back on his feet.
Yeah, I thought that would happen.
Stroll got knocked
Vitus
out.
power.
Can anyone
With
get him
healing
back on
power.
his feet?
Thank you. For all that we strive for.
All right.
It's okay.
Might him,
Brawler.
Hulkenberg.
We're not out of this
We'll
yet.
just keep him down.
I'm obliged. Is that all? Only a flesh wound.
Stroll got knocked out. Can anyone
Let
get him back on
justice
his feet?
prevail. No. Behold, we stand together. Let my power support you.
Oh, right!
Let's stay calm.
Slide 'em, Hulkenberg!
Sweet.
Is there another way?
Okay, let's use
This'll
healing.
do.
What's needed? Is everyone all right? Roller! Shut up! Worthy foe after all.
He's taking aim.
Stroll got knocked out! Can anyone get him back on his feet?
Hold on.
Let's see. Items? 200. No, it's 200.
Here.
Thank you. Observe the enemy. Oh, power of heroes!
Sweet, got him. Falchion. Seeker, okay.
Satisfactory.
Oh, did he not get experience because he was down? That's too bad. The guy's horn?
That's...
His horn is huge. Bloody awful to imagine being gored by it. Ugh. Really? Y'all seemed pretty put together during the fight.
No.
No, that thing was tougher than expected. If we'd let up even a little, we may well have been defeated.
Huh?
What? Even Hulkenberg was sweating it? What do you think, Berlo? It was a close one.
I don't know.
Aye, that sense of humility will serve us well. Arrogance stoles the blade, after all. Well, a win is a win. All that's left is to take this back to the Igniter shop.
All right.
Let's do this later, Belil. Shall we head back to the entrance? If I want to explore more, I want to explore this room is the problem. Well, we have a item we could use. Everything in moderation. You'd regret letting a little curiosity exhaust us in a place like this. Okay, did I get all the treasure? No, I did not. Let's go get that real quick. We want to make sure it's safe if I die to something. I don't want to have to refight that thing.
Yep.
Okay, let's go up. Oh cool, this set of monsters respawn.
You found something. Let's take it with us.
I think I do want to level up more of the brawler.
All right. If we take the offensive now, we strike first.
Okay, let's give this all we've got.
Get ready.
I call upon royal
Because it's
power
such a great
within.
class
Stroll took
to be able to
him
just
Forward.
use my life.
Is everyone all right? Stay
out.
focused.
Where's
We're all
Hulkenberg?
counting on you.
Only
Okay,
one
let's have
more
everyone do
minute.
basic.
We're clear.
I will. A tough one.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
Careful, we've got company.
Dad. This battle's out. Let's go.
You can't run!
Let's.
I stand. Still standing, I see.
Oh no, does it get attack?
Eat this! Two remaining!
I will fight
Always
with pride.
comes through.
Strike. Last one.
Yes.
With
That's the
pride
spirit.
in
One
hand.
down. And that's that. Victory's ours.
Got a sword.
Not bad, if I say
And now
so
he got to
myself.
level 4.
Looks like it's not safe. Stay alert. You'll be okay without healing, right? Hey, your health is...
Okay. Let's fight this thing.
And we'll win this.
Quick, everyone, go!
I shall vanquish evil.
Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
Nice, I destroyed it.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
Okay.
I think that's all of them.
Come on.
Hey.
This is just the creatures trying to get back to the treasure.
Cat.
Act fast, and we'll win this. I shall vanquish evil. Almost finished.
I
Stroll
roll it.
always comes through.
Still here?
For all that we strive for.
Hulkenberg got one.
Good.
Who's next?
Tis done.
Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear. Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
Wow, look at the items.
Commendable technique, everyone.
Lots of stuff.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the
Let's push through.
Staying alive isn't a contest. Heal if you need to.
Okay, is this the map we're looking at? No, it's the next one.
Come on. Okay. Let's give this all we've got.
This is our chance.
Ah! Two remaining.
Let's
Stroll always comes through.
with us. Let justice prevail. Tis
Got one.
almost decided.
That's it,
Got this
Hulkenberg.
handled.
One more.
Only one
Should be able
left.
to just...
Finish them off and we're clear.
do a couple of these.
All right.
I can't.
Oh, it's still alive. That was close. Almost got me there.
Okay, I don't think
Lost
there's any
my-
more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
Unscathed triumph.
That'll do.
Remain steadfast. Some foes still draw breath.
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
Cat. This is our chance. Right forward.
We make the first move.
Let's get on with it.
Let my power support you.
Last one.
Got them all?
It's
You fight
okay.
well.
You're at the
We-
top of your game, Stroll. Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving. Looks like it's not safe yet. Stay alert.
Let's push through.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
All right. How's that?
Skill.
Cat.
I have a feeling you need healing. That rhymes.
Cat.
You're gaining
Ooh,
strength.
new skill.
Here we go.
Let the battle begin.
Oh, I didn't get a special.
Give me your aid.
Let's do this.
Right on
The end's
target.
in sight.
Nice one, Stroll.
That was only supposed to use 2 of my attacks.
This is it.
Someone
Only a
get him
flesh
back on
wound.
his feet.
This is nothing.
Stroll got knocked out. Can anyone get him
I'm all
back on his
prepared.
feet?
Tis yours.
Not sure what happened there.
But hey,
Oh, maybe I only had
a
the
win's a
2.
win. Phew.
Exemplary.
I haven't gone this path over here. Okay, this was gotta be where the treasure is then.
Yeah, nice work.
This could be our chance.
We have the
Get
edge.
the first move.
Stay down.
Right on target.
Let's
Nice
see.
one, Stroll.
It's still up.
With a single.
Hulkenberg got one.
Now,
Who's
I shall
next?
vanquish evil. One left.
One.
I will
Stroll
fight his
always
power.
comes through.
A tough one.
Did I wake it up? Okay, good.
Only one left.
was getting a bunch of criticals, so it gave me a bunch of turns. Oh, you know why I didn't get
Great job, everybody.
a third turn there was because I didn't sneak attack it. Or hit enough times to get the special move. I think that's it.
All right.
Not bad.
123 armor? Okay, we want to
What
finish.
now?
Is it healer? Where's the healer? Right there? We have 4 more levels, and then we need 3 ranks. Rank 3 for Maria. And we want him to level up his warrior. First we'll get his skill. The next skill for Brawler. So we'll leave the normal way. Because we'd like to change that before we go forward.
Come on. Bend down. This battle's ours. Let's go.
Now get in there and finish him off.
Lend me your strength. Not this. Still up?
With these fists, after me.
Strike true!
The end's in sight.
Right through them.
Observe the enemy.
You've got
With
serious
blade in
skills,
hand.
Stroll.
It's almost decided.
Let's see,
Hulkenberg's got this
Hulkenberg.
handled.
We'll have destroyed him one.
Whew, not too shabby. Let's keep this up, everyone.
Not bad, if I say so myself.
You leveled up.
A new power to wield.
Okay, so we got that skill.
What now?
So switching back to warrior. Getting so close, and then he could start working on the tier 2 warrior.
Ah!
Dad, on your toes, everybody.
Okay. Let's give this all we've got.
Now get in there and finish him off.
Let's do this.
Tis yours.
Moment of truth.
The power of healing. I won't hold back.
That's just light damage to your toe.
Just
You
two
got
left.
him. Nice
For
going,
all that
Captain.
we strive for.
Nice work, Hulkenberg.
Well done, Hulkenberg.
One more hit.
Only one left. Finish them off and work. That's the last of them. The way's clear.
That'll do.
He's rank 18. Getting so close with that one.
Victory is ours, and safety hard won.
Let's see. I hope I didn't just go around in a circle. I did. Okay, we gotta go to one of those two. Probably the north one.
Let's push through.
Act fast,
This
and we'll win
battle's
this.
ours. Let's go.
Get in there and finish him off.
3 remaining.
3
Nice.
enemies left. We can do this.
I stand ready. Let justice prevail. Still standing, I see.
All of them are stunned.
3 enemies left. We can do this.
Okay, he'll hit this one.
The end's in
Throw
sight.
someone out.
The power of healing.
I'll hit this one.
Stay
That's
sharp.
one for the
It's not over
captain.
yet.
For
Let's
all
keep it
that we
going.
strive for.
Oh, it got a turn.
Uh-oh. Brace yourselves.
Still standing.
Hulkenberg's badly wounded. Someone heal her. Hulkenberg's down. Get her back up.
Wow, they actually did a ton.
He barely made it. How about we all heal before we hit the next mess? Looks like it's not
All
safe
right,
yet.
how's that? Come on!
Whew. That should do it.
Think we're almost out. Okay, there's the place to leave. That's pretty dangerous, but got out.
Hey,
Okay, let's head
Okay,
back
right?
to the city.
All right.
Well, it wasn't easy, but the Goptoros lies defeated, and we have proof. Exactly as the woman from the Igniter shop asked of us. Once we show it to her and complete her request, we'll finally be able to shop at the members-only Igniter shop. That would be most useful in helping us amass more firepower. I trust you'll complete the task, Berlo. Forden is set to finally make his proclamation tomorrow. No matter what happens, let's try to be ready for it.
Now then.
Well, suppose we ought to turn in for the night, once we finish our plates.
It would seem that disaster was averted.
A long time ago.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty!
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word!
Somebody mentioned a criminal, but they very well mentioned the people have to want that person to be king. Like everyone would have to want them to be king if that were the case, right? So yeah, I guess so. But you would have to want them to be up
Whether
there.
you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news, too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alces in place? It seems that, too, was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
So we gotta destroy the giant base rock thing?
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
You're kidding.
Where could Maria have gone? Wait. Oh no. Can we go finish this quest?
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
What's it all got to do with us anyway?
Let's see. Can we talk to this one?
What?
I didn't mean to talk to him again. I guess we can't do that until after. That's too bad.
Close your A. That's terribly unfair.
I doubt that they're at the church. Well, maybe. Guess we'll check everywhere. No?
Close your A.
Ah, heck. Can I be the king?
Tournament for the throne.
Haven't even properly finished morning. Come off it.
Wait!
I can't search out there?
Come off it.
I mean, she could have gone to go level up, right?
I don't care who gets it. Ridiculous.
What is it?
Ridiculous.
Oh, anyone.
Ridiculous. Oh, I'm in it now.
Not over there.
All right then. Go.
Door? Not in here.
No. What should I do?
What's going on?
Well then, if you say you'll have...
Is she over here?
Hello there.
Do you know about that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. Huh. She just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She'd be coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets.
Huh? Why?
What are you doing here?
Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray. And he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know... Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria, yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
So if we got a different king, anyone besides Louis, though how long this is going to take, I don't know. But then we could end up defeating Louis after the other person's crowned king. I don't know.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne. Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the exhibition of the brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan, and then we need to take action. As an Elder, I am an outcast in the city. I think that gives us an advantage here. I guess we enter?
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait! It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I found out, I'll be as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you
Why
want
would
to enter
I
the running?
be good as dead? I mean, I've got a power that no one else has, right? And yeah, I mean, that's it. From my understanding, Luis doesn't have this kind of power. He does have special magic, but I've got special archetypes.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Got Grease's journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes. I've got a job to do.
Huh. Familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Where we can
Excuse
register.
us. We're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What?
Nope.
We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Any strong monsters?
Looks
Watch, it's
like
the one I
everyone
killed
else had
already.
the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here!
Are you lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those.
The Lewis bounty?
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa. You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he has a big head. Now let's stop his evil deeds.
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We would never laugh at such a plight.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Okay, I'll get this contract.
Oi, oi!
Oh, what's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me you are actually thinking of participating in the Tournament of Throne? Oh, the audacity of youth. That's rich, a mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of as king. The idea makes me sick to my stomach.
No, thank you.
The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of a great age, one with years of experience, and yet upstart school children like you and Lewis dare to. It hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'd be happy to give the eulogy at your funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too.
Hey!
Would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Yismay? Yismay? You sure you can handle that? He can't be held liable if you get yourself killed out there. We can't be, okay. Of course. You're an odd one, alright. Either that or you're just green. Head to Martyria. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
Let's start. Okay? 100,000?
Let's call it.
Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Yeah.
No, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
We didn't tell her what we're even fighting. Open ceremony is tomorrow. Stay inside and rest? Can't leave? Okay. Guess we rest.
What?
Wrong room.
Good night.
Can I come in?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Let's see. This one.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I do.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky, blue and white. Faraway sky so clear. Let life be a light. Let my wish echo. Of soul far beyond the
I didn't expect them to start singing.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow! A Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right
I bet
along,
Lewis
we
is
come
gonna
next
find a
to
way
His
to attack
Eminence's
him.
champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering? Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And, if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. Alright?
Really?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Blast, I say! Wait! Found you, behave!
Is that ours?
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash! Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't she a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you buffoon. 'Twas bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Whoa, what's with this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. They're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take that as a compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martyria, Old Castle Town, I think. Should be a ways south.
Wow!
Here it is. Down to Martyria, eh? On this craft's legs? Oh, I'd say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights, about. 4 days and 3 nights? That's a great deal faster than a carriage. And surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed.
Spectacular!
All good. Now, cinch those bridges, chaps. Full steam ahead to Martyria, Old Castle Town.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
Noble District.
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in.
Is this her trying to get the carriage?
Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God.
Is that the one we're using? Or is that
this
something else?
a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders?
He made some modifications to it?
You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... 'tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and greasework. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh, no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, If you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Gauntlet Runner has various areas of for different activities, such as strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also go to the location. Let's visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around on your way there. I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kinda wanna see what the engine room's like. Let's see, where's this engine room? Mind the ropes, lad. Wouldn't want you going overboard. Look in here.
Oh.
There's some bidu meat and red grass. I wonder who left them here. I could use these for cooking. Huh. The thing I was looking for in the town. That's the bed. Back deck? What's this? Beneath this cloth seems to be a big barrel. I wonder what it's used for. Oh, here it is. Washing machine. This is what we're looking for.
This?
Looks kind of like a heart. Wonder what makes this thing run.
Hello?
First time on a Gauntlet Runner, eh? Whoa, you scared me. Looks like that pipe's in here too. Called a runner phone. There's one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you take your life in your hands when you travel the winds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit of more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for next few days and nights. Never mind then. Maybe some other time? Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. You will continue towards your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner, utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Trays in the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or use the washing machine. More activities. You can also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may improve your virtues. A magic igniter, enormous compared to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, it uses magma crystals as fuel. What's this?
Come on!
This spiritual is actually a green igniter that Neuron's modified to create wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over is sure to strengthen your legs, yeah? Max my HP. My max HP will increase, okay. Not me. It's locked tightly. I feel drunk. Are you okay?
I'm sorry.
I'll survive. I can handle the swaying of the carriage, but it's another beast. Seems I'll need to learn to endure it.
Speaking of...
Nora said he got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef of any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hushed Honeybee. So increased knowledge, I'm guessing from that. HP down there.
Come to think of it.
Okay, well, let's increase the knowledge, I suppose. Oh, never mind. I think they'll increase certain types of attributes, just like in Persona. Cooking, then? So we got a bunch of ingredients. Cool. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Cool. A bunch. Want to make something? If so, we should try to have everyone teach us their culinary specialty.
What now?
How do I save again? Oh. We were trying to make this meal for a long time. We couldn't. Let's just cook one. Let's see, restores 400 HP and cures burn for 1 hour.
Let's check.
That's the dish Stroll wanted to make. Wait here, I'll go get him.
Got it.
Quality meat is delicious all on its own, but if you prepare it with a little effort applied to the right places, it can taste even better. To echo something I've heard, anyway. In other words, we can't just haphazardly toss things together. Proven combinations of ingredients will win the day.
Got it?
Each control makes all the difference with meat. Ready? This is the moment we've been waiting for. We must strike the perfect balance between delicate and bold. With that done, we're nearly to the finish line. I shouldn't be so exciting if this was just my dinner, but when you cook for others, you've got to give them your best. It looks amazing, even by sight alone. I know this will be delicious. It's red grass roasted beto. That aroma really whets the appetite. We cleaned and the time flew by. Maybe I should have made two.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart gauntlet runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels next morning. You can also reminisce about your journeys with your allies. My first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kinda excited, but it will be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? Okay, well, let's see. Well, maybe he doesn't actually. Oh! How was that ride, eh? Smooth as butter? Luxurious as a palace? Awe-inspiring? Tear-jerking? Absolutely. This runner's such a guilty pleasure, though credit where it due. My tinkering certainly helped make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly, but that's a story for another day. Off you go. Better get your 40 winks.
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? Increase my imagination? Sure.
Now then.
So next up is Martyria. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. Met you, we went over the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I'd once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that Hero King once used. If that's the case, then why don't you think so many of them met miserable ends? They had no allies?
What's that about?
Maybe they lacked allies.
Oh, I see.
Try as they might, even the strong king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal. And on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though, all this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there. But my imagination grows, okay?
Alright.
Come now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new
Well,
king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Let's continue with this. Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceed your expectations, eh?
True.
They were better than I feared, considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl? Nary a grain of sand could lift between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but, just keep an eye on the road, okay? Alright. Well, I think is what we'll call it. One thing I would like to note, I'm not enjoying the story as much as I would other games. Like, I really enjoyed the Persona games. It felt more normal, I guess, with this. I feel like it's too out there. Yeah, it also copies a common storyline where the king is going to rule the land and become
The evil guy raises himself up to king.
Right, the evil guy raises himself up to king. They do this quite a lot in Japanese stories, fantasy stories. So it's
extremely common.
It's extremely common. I'm disappointed.
Like list off,
You got Ganondorf in Legend of Zelda. You got Kefka in Final Fantasy, and many of those Final Fantasies also have
lots of Final Fantasies.
Have the same story. And let's see.
That's just give an idea.
That's just an idea.
It's a very extremely common storyline.
My hopes for it was going to be more like maybe not have the story right away given to you, like you're free to do what you want. That was my hope, but so far they haven't given me any sort of freedom at all. I've been stuck going forward, and that seems where it's going to go with the whole way through. So it's disappointing. I enjoy the combat. I think the combat is better than Persona. Being able to have the game design, the fighting, and the let me show you here. This whole system, I'm liking the trees and the capability of learning the new types. I mean, I could have everyone be a seeker if I want, or a healer. And just at the beginning of the stream we had everyone be brawlers, and it worked out very well. This is great, and I hope they continue to do this in their games. But I think this is where we'll call this. I might continue this run in the future, but at the moment, I think we'll go on to other games. So, again, the schedule is Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Mondays we stream Minecraft, and Tuesday through Friday we'll be streaming something else. Not sure. We've got lots of games.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, this is disappointing. And
it's better to not force yourself to play a game that's not fun.
Yeah, it's better to not force myself to play a game that's not fun. So,
Well, you might want to mention, it's a story-based game. If the story sucks,
right, this is a story-based game. If the story isn't good, then that's the game, right? And this isn't going to be a short little thing. It's going to be a long. I think it's going to be another like 50 or 60. Well, it's a 150-hour game. If you do everything.
So, if the story isn't good enough for you.
Yeah, if the story isn't good enough, I think we'll.
Like that's a waste of a 2-hour stream 4 times a week.
Yeah, if I stream 2 hours, a stream 4 streams in a week.
You're talking 30 days, you know.
I'm gonna be playing this for another month or so. At least, maybe month and a half.
So you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's too much.
It's not fun enough.
Yeah, it's not fun enough for that.
Well, we'll see what we bring out tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And we'll see you with the new game.